Hello, it's day 31. It's the last day of my endometriosis diary, the 31st of March. And today we have a special guest, Mr. Bez. He may talk, he may not. We will see. So, what do I want to say? I just want to sum up what endometriosis is. I want to remind people what it is. It's a condition that affects 1 in 10 women throughout the world, and some of the symptoms of having endometriosis are heavy periods, painful periods. You might have bowel problems. You might have IBS. And fatigue, and these things. That's not like a normal period, you know. That's not. If you're having a lot of pain, and if you're spending like days in bed through your cycle, then that's not ordinary. So I would recommend that you seek some advice about that, or look into endometriosis, or look into other gynecological conditions that some women suffer from. And if you're having any issues with becoming pregnant, with conceiving, then yeah, this is really something to look at, because we tried to conceive, and we had tests, we had scans and blood tests and sperm tests, and
yeah, we did the whole thing, didn't we?
Yeah.
You know, went to the clinic, had you told that you were okay.
Told that I was okay.
Told that you're okay.
Well, yeah.
Told that maybe it was in your mind, maybe it was something that you needed counselling for.
Yeah.
Which is, in retrospect, like massively out of order. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't, you know, just ask to see a specialist. That's the most important thing. Is if your GP or if other doctors aren't giving you answers, then ask to see a specialist, or have a look into who specialists are in endo or gynecologists in your area, and ask to be referred to them, and insist. If your doctor's not listening, then insist and tell them, no, I think that I might have this issue, you know, I've not been able to get pregnant, I have awful time with my periods.
And don't be fobbed off, because Kate was fobbed off for years and years, being told, you know, oh, it's probably IBS, oh, it's probably some women are unlucky, you know, have you tried having a bath before you have sex? Have you tried...
Have you tried not having a bath before you have sex?
Have you tried not having a bath?
Don't have a bath before you have sex, because it can affect your sperm.
You know, for Kate to relax, you know, have you had a mint for your IBS?
Have some mints.
Have some mints. You know what I mean? This is what we're dealing with. This is the level of understanding of some doctors, who will tend to just treat the symptoms of pain. If you go and say, I'm in pain, they'll say, all right, well, you know, if you're in pain, have some painkillers. You know, and that's their job done for many people. But if you find yourself going back to the doctors time and time again, and it's not sorting it out, and they're not offering you anything new, then yeah, it has to be referred. Keep pressing for a referral.
Yeah, particularly if it's going on for years as well. I mean, it was probably like a good decade that I was going to doctors and trying to find out what was wrong, and maybe even before that. You know,
and they do give you the impression that, you know, there's nothing can be done. Well, we've done all the things you need, all the things we can think of. You know, maybe it's something you're eating. Maybe it's some, you know, it's some doctors they're just not aware. They just don't know about endometriosis.
Yeah. They're not informed, are they? Yeah. Not informed. Yeah, and there are things that can help if you do have endo, and you know that you have endo, or you suspect that you have endo. There are things that can help. I've talked about it in like earlier videos about diet. You know, trying what works for you, different diets, trying to find if there's anything that irritates your symptoms or makes you feel worse at any point, and maybe trying to isolate those things. So taking them out of your diet for a month and then try and have something and see if you have any kind of reaction to it.
Because a lot of it is just being well, like looking after your general well-being. Because if you're in pain and endo causes pain, to manage your pain better, then you need to be as well as you can, and that helps with pain management. So whatever it is that works for you to keep you well, whether it's like getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, not eating crap.
Don't eat crap.
The things that you do just to stay well, and that will improve your chances of being able to manage the pain. Also, so it seems for Kate.
Yeah, exercise. Yeah, exercise is really important. But you have to listen to your body as well with the exercise, and you know, there's times where I can do a lot of really full on, like very active stuff, and there's other times where I have to be very, very gentle with myself and just like have a bath and then do some really gentle yoga. So yeah, you got to trust yourself. You got to trust your body and trust your mind and trust that what you're going through is a real thing, and that there's ways of helping yourself with that.
And that you're the expert in your pain.
Yeah.
You know. So if you're finding things that work, then keep doing them.
Keep doing them. Yeah, and it can affect your mental health and well-being as well, and I've talked about that before. But I just want to kind of summarise, because this is the last diary that I'm going to do. So yeah, I mean, you know, being told for years that there was nothing wrong with me, it's
yeah, I don't know if you can really do justice to what a head fuck that is. Trying to be polite.
Don't be polite. They know I swear on here. It's all right.
But you know, to go through when you're like trying for children and going through month after month of getting your hopes up, and then
am I pregnant?
And then it not happening, and then again and again, month after month, and then going back to doctors and being told that maybe it's a psychological problem. Maybe you need to go for counselling. Maybe you need to go for some sort of therapy. Yeah, the impact of that is massive, and it has been on Kate.
Yeah.
Who, yeah, I mean, it's like she said in her videos, it's resulted in some quite serious bouts of depression at times. So that's, yeah, it's not just about these scars and nodules and whatnot.
No, it's not just the physical, is it? It's not just the physical pain of it either.
No, there's this cyclical thing of going through, and you know, prior to you having your hysterectomy, you were getting, you know, about a week, a month where you felt all right-ish. Ish.
Yeah.
And that
I was proper like, woo, not good.
The psychological impact of being well for 1 week in 4 is massive, and you know, if you're anything like Kate, who, you know, in most other ways is a very strong woman who just wants to like not cause a fuss and get on with it, and assumes that, you know, she just has to deal with it because that's what you just have to do. You know, it's not necessarily the case. You know, it's good to be a strong woman, obviously, but you know, don't let the I don't know, don't suffer.
Yeah.
Needlessly.
It's all right to be vulnerable as well, and to seek help and say, yeah, no, this isn't right. You know, having one kind of all right week a month, it's fucking exhausting. You know, it's challenging on your friendships, on your relationships.
Yeah, because those are the 3 weeks that you're dealing with. You're dealing with either physical pain or hormonal craziness, imbalances, you know, which
anxiety
about when the pain's going to get worse or whether the pain's going to stop, anxiety about whether you're going to be able to do something because, you know, is it going to be in a time when you're just going to be in bed and suffering from debilitating pain? All that, organising your life around it. I mean, the amount of times, I mean, we used to be quite involved in putting on nightclubs and festivals and whatnot, and you know, they're booked weeks, months in advance, and quite often Kate couldn't necessarily say whether she was going to be able to come and DJ or help or even just come and enjoy it, just because you never knew where you were going to be up to, and that's tough.
That was stressful, wasn't it?
It was stressful
because it was good, because doing that, I used to really enjoy. There was parts of you know, being a part of that, DJing and doing decor for nightclubs and stuff like that I absolutely fucking loved. You know, I loved doing that. So it was really hard when I'd have to force myself to go, even though I was in like a crazy amount of pain.
And she'd force herself to go, and then, like, you know, end up spending 2 days lying in the back of the car on a futon mattress in pain,
shitting into a bucket,
or like,
oh man,
good times, or like, yeah, just like making sure that there were parts near the portaloos because you never knew what was going to go off.
Yeah. Generally my arsehole. Yeah. So that ain't right. You can hear, but that's not right. But you just deal with it because your doctors are telling you there's nothing wrong. We can't find anything wrong. We've done all the tests. We've done all the blood work, you know, and there's nothing wrong with you. So you're like, well, I must be fucking nuts. I must be nuts. I must be a hypochondriac. There must be nothing wrong with me.
Which has led to, you know, from that, it's led to Kate being fairly obsessed with, I think you spoke about this, with tweaking every aspect of your existence to try and find the thing that is the problem. And the thing that's the problem is endometriosis.
Yeah.
You know, and even now, after like finding out loads about it and knowing more about it, still she will, you know, be like, oh, I had those biscuits yesterday. Maybe it was those new crackers, or maybe it was that hummus I had. And it's like, no, you've got endometriosis. But the mindset that you end up getting into is that, you know, what can I do to fix myself? Because you've had a decade of being left to do that, to go and fix yourself.
Yeah. Now I have to like reprogram my brain. I have to reprogram my whole brain to think in a very different way, and I'm really noticing that. And these vlogs have really helped this month to help me to really see what's going on and be aware of what is endometriosis and
because she's telling you guys. And I don't think it even quite sunk into Kate, even though she's been dealing with this for years, and especially since having the hysterectomy last year.
Year before. 2017.
Still, you know, finding out more about it and still feeling like maybe it's this or maybe it's that I've eaten, and it's like, it's not, it's endometriosis. And doing these videos has been, I mean, I've seen it for Kate. It has kind of helped it to, I don't think it's totally resolved it, but I think it's helped it to sink in that it is potentially a lifelong condition. You know, it may stop at menopause, but it may not.
It may not.
You know,
because I've got sounds like I've got a lot of scar tissue. You know, in this area. That there's a lot of scar tissue binding my bowel and my cervix to my back, to the, you know, back of my body, and it's not just going to go away when I go through menopause. You know, that's not going anywhere. It's scar tissue. It's still going to be there, so it's still potentially going to cause issues.
And even that, the psychological impact of all that, like having a hysterectomy, and even if you hadn't had a hysterectomy, having one of the other options like keyhole surgery or the myomectomy or whatever it was, one where they like starve the nodules of whatever. That was fibroids,
that's the embolization.
Yeah. But anyway, whatever it is, none of this stuff is 100% guaranteed to fix endometriosis because they don't know how to fix it. It's not well understood. You know, even speaking to Dr. T the other day when she was telling us about, because she really hoped that the hysterectomy would be like the thing. She's a lovely woman. She was like total perfectionist. So she was just like, I wanted that to fix the situation.
Oh. Yeah.
But even that, it's like
she didn't know. And
no.
She's a specialist.
And she's a specialist that knows a lot about it.
About wombs.
And she did say at the time, well, it's, you know, the pain mechanism is not well known, and it's not even necessarily the case that it's the scarring or there might be sort of other genetic pathways that result in the pain. They don't know. There's not enough research being done on it. It's still not well understood. I don't know, I've lost my thread a bit, but I'm just ranting.
It's ranty. It's rant-worthy. Yeah, they don't know. It's bollocks. Why don't they know? Because we're women. Because if men had a bleeding, painful, achy dick,
you can bet your boots that there'd be
an enormous amount of money being poured into that.
There'd be investment in that if men had like a penis that ached for 3 weeks out of every month, and that, you know, and it hurt to have sex,
and it hurt to wee,
and it made you infertile. You can bet your arse that there'd be like, you know, there'd be a goddamn tablet for that by now.
Yeah, so in summary, because we're like leading on to 20 minutes, 20-minute video here. It's easy, isn't it, to just talk away. In summary, please, if you suspect you have endo, if you think that maybe one of your friends has it, or your sister, or your mum or auntie, or anybody that you know, just make them aware of this condition.
Even just mentioning it, because like there was, like I think Kate might have said it, there was a few times that people had said to her over the years, well, maybe it might be endometriosis, and because we didn't really know about it, and you didn't, you know.
Well, I kind of vaguely knew about it, but I dismissed it because I thought, well, my periods aren't that bad. How fucking bad have they got to be?
Yeah, and the other thing is. Because Kate said to me, like, oh, you know, do you want to come on the video and talk about what it's like to be with someone with endometriosis? And I don't honestly know what to say about that, because, you know, I'm not with someone with endometriosis, I'm with Kate. So, you know, don't let it define you. I mean, I know Kate's been like deep in the endo pudding for the past month because she's just like banging on about it every day into her phone. But that's the thing. It's like I'm not with someone with endometriosis. I'm with a Kate. And you know, and you're whatever you are. You're a Kate with endometriosis. So you have your ups and downs. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's not great. Sometimes I don't know where I am with you because your hormones are all over the place.
Sometimes it makes you feel anxious.
Yeah, sometimes you're just in pain and acting weird, and you know, sometimes you don't want to acknowledge that, and that's.
It's quite hard to navigate, isn't it?
That's pain management, isn't it? You don't want to be like thinking about your pain all the time. So sometimes you want to be like just be normal, and you're not. So yeah, you know, it's an ups and downs, but don't you know, Kate is a squillion times more than a woman with endometriosis. So don't let it define you.
And don't let it stop you from doing things either.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, your Kate's quality of life is it has improved since this hysterectomy, and it's improved since you've found lots of ways to help yourself.
Yeah, since I know what it is, what's wrong with me.
Yeah,
that's been enormous. Yeah. Is that everything? Well, thank you so much to everyone that's watched this, all my lovely friends and new friends, old friends, women who I've found out that they have endometriosis as well. Friends of mine that I didn't know had endo, you know, have come forward and said that they have it too and how they struggle with it. I've had a lot of private messages from people, which has been really amazing, you know. And let's carry on. Let's carry on talking about these issues. Let's you know, communicate with each other. Let's be aware. Let's be aware of endometriosis, gynecological issues, cysts, ovarian cysts, cysts in your breasts. Did you know you can get cysts in your breast? I've had cysts in my breasts as well before now. Had them drained and stuff. You know, benign things. Just let's understand our bodies, men and women. Let's understand our bodies and like respect and get out there when you can and do things. Be kind to yourself. And for all those mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
Oh,
Yeah, have a love. I hope you've all been having a lovely, beautiful Mother's Day. And yeah, mums, daughters, all you lovely ladies. I'm rambling now.